Okay, I think I am live now. I'm just going to check some controls right quick to make sure that I am. Okay, awesome. Hi, Maddie from Phoenix. I'm so glad that you're here today. And I would love for you to, in the live chat box, to tell me your name and then where you're from. I think that'd be really awesome. So, hi, Karen from Detroit. Yeah, I'm super excited about this. Thank you so much for joining the challenge. I wasn't really expecting too many to do it, but we have a pretty good number, and I'm really excited about this. I hope that everyone's having fun on the first day. I know that I certainly am, and I think that it's really important to, kind of be personable and just really kind of connect with our audience. So awesome. Okay, we have some people in. Make sure you tell me your name and where you're from. And for those who are watching this for the replay, I want to tell you that I will, well, no, you already know because I've already posted it into the Facebook group. So hi, Jenna, tell me if I pronounce that correctly or not because I'm horrible with names. So today, I really wanted to talk about why I wanted to do introductions. So I have been working on this challenge for a while now. Not really working on it, but planning it for a while now. And, it's something that I've never done before. It's something totally new to me. I've done plenty of challenges before, but none of them really spoke to me in a way that I really needed. Because it's like once you get those numbers of followers, then what do? It's great to actually get the followers, like have that quick, oh, okay, you can get this many followers in this many days, but then it's like, what do I do with them? So this challenge is kind of telling you or showing you how to really engage with those people, but also attract like-minded people. Hi, Holly. Oh, it's so good to see you, girl. I still have to look at your last post. I'm really excited about that blog post. So yeah, it's because we want a quick fix, but really it's kind of like building a relationship with your Instagram audience. You kind of have to wine and dine them for a little bit, and then, if they decide to return the love, then they will, whether it be in friendship, which I have a lot of friends on Instagram or through Instagram, and I'm so thankful for them, or it could actually be, them hiring you for something really exciting like a brand project, place cards. And I'm speaking as a stationer, but this also applies to business coaches, graphic designers, brand designers, website designers, all of those other creative fields, and some that aren't necessarily creative. Hey, Liz. I love Liz. She is so sweet. And Christina from Florida. We have a good amount. And Shannon. Hi, Shannon. So yeah, let's get on to kind of like my main points of why I wanted to do the introduction thing. So intros are really important because one, it's really nice to have tons of beautiful photos of whatever projects you're working on. But who created those products or the products and the projects? It's almost like you're the man behind the curtain in the Wizard of Oz. You kind of don't fully trust this guy who's trying to give you all this information until you kind of pull back that curtain, and then you're like, wait a minute, she or he is exactly the same as me. They're a normal human being, and they are willing to talk to me, and they are willing to ask me questions and all that jazz. So it's kind of like if you were a brand designer and someone was scared to ask, like, hey, what font is that you used for, oh, I'm getting text messages. It's kind of like, what font did you use for this particular logo design. Well, you know, some logo designs are actually all, you know, custom, and some actually are font based. So it'd be really nice for that person who's your audience to be like, okay, I can definitely trust Liz, and I feel like she would be able to answer this question for me. Liz is a brand designer and website designer, and she's everything. She's awesome. And then another thing with the intros is that you're just being more personable. You're not necessarily trying to push a sale on them. You're not telling them about your product. You're just really connecting with them. And you know, in my bio, I actually have stuff about like sloths and that I'm a Christian and stuff. And so people gravitate towards me because of some of the points either in my bio or in my my Instagram. So I wanted to, and by the way, there's a few more people that have hopped on. So if you have hopped on, make sure you go to the live chat and tell me your name and where you're from. I'd love to know that. And so I think it's really important to have that connection with someone. Like, oh my goodness, this person really loves like mini muffins. I love mini muffins too. This person's binge watching Downton Abbey. I am too. But it's just like one of those things where you really want to connect with someone, because I have had clients who actually we just finished her project, and it was a branding client, and she said to me, you know what, when we got on the phone and we talked, that was when I knew that I wanted to hire you. Our personalities were very similar. We, you know, we bonded over Neopets, and we bonded over something else. I can't remember, but it was just like really fun to kind of have that that connection before actually going into a client project. Because if you can't connect with someone you're working with, whether you're the client or they're the client, then it's not going to be a fun project. Hi, Amy from Tennessee. So that's a really important thing that I try and look out for, is like if I'm going to be able to connect with the person on the other side of, you know, the phone. Okay, so we talked about that. And also there's like so many studies about like seeing a not familiar face, but seeing like faces that makes you trust something a little bit more. It's kind of, you know, like, what is that? Golden flakes or bran flakes or something like that, and they show like the workers or whatever like happily putting the bran flakes or whatever that product is into the packaging and stuff, and it's like, oh wow, like that's someone that I can, you know, like kind of see, and like I can see the person behind the product, which is really important, I believe, and just like kind of getting to know that person. Hi, Holly. Holly says, yes, so important to share those little details with people. This is such a high-touch industry, and we need to create a relationship with your clients and colleagues to stand out. Yes, because, and this brings me to my next point, you aren't necessarily selling your product. You're almost selling yourself. And I don't mean that in like a prostitution way or anything, but it's just, but it's, you know, it's true. It's like, I had rather have someone who binge watched Netflix, ate hot Cheetos, and walked around in their pajamas all day. Well, obviously not everyone can walk around in their pajamas all day. I can, but not everyone can. And so, like, I'd rather have that than someone who wore blazers all the time, who, let's see, who wore blazers, and she was like very like proper. Like I wouldn't be able to connect with that person, but I would connect with the other person who loved hot Cheetos, and we could connect with hot Cheetos. Hi, Crystal. Can't wait for our call this week. And so like, and that's the same way with that client, that branding client that I was talking to you about not too long ago, is that, not too long ago, like 2 minutes ago, is that it's really important to have that connection and like be, one of the things that I have started doing in my business is like, as soon as I get an inquiry, I send a link so they can schedule a call with me, whether it's video chat or, you know, just through the phone. I actually have a phone call today, and that's when I kind of, it's like an interview for her or him and me. Like, she's kind of, you know, sussing me out, and I'm kind of, you know, trying to see how she is as well, because I want to see if there's a connection, and I want to see if we're going to be able to get along. Okay, so we talked about how people can relate to you. Just like, I know some people, I attract a lot of stationers and calligraphers because I am a stationer and calligrapher, and I post a whole bunch of that stuff. But also, like, I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm targeting those people. I am making sure that they see me in their feed, that we can connect about, you know, our favorite nibs, how taboo the pricing topic is, which is something Holly is very passionate about, and which I love reading her blogs about. And it's just like one of those things where, like, we can connect with each other, and I feel like I'm saying connect a lot in this. But yeah, that's kind of like my main point, is like really connecting with your audience and not just posting pretty pictures, because it's awesome to post pretty pictures, but people want to know who you are. So we have a few more people hopped on. Make sure you post your, or you comment your name and your or where you're from, and let me know that, because I would love to know. And also, I'm going to be taking some questions as well. So if you're interested about kind of like how I go about things with like trying to be more personal or personable with my people, then we can totally do that as well. I chose the 2 truths and a lie thing because it's just so fun, and people really interact, and it makes people stay on your page a little bit longer. It's like, wait a minute, let me go back and read this. Like, oh, maybe she doesn't like cherry flavored candy or whatever, or maybe she does eat a whole bunch of tomatoes. Like, I don't know. It's just really fun to like kind of have them stay on your page for a little bit longer, and not just kind of do that fast scroll, like double tap and then just scroll. It makes them be able to engage with you a lot more, instead of you possibly like putting out a quote like, I don't know, live fast, die young, or whatever. And then them just keep scrolling, because you want them to kind of stop, read what you're saying, engage with you, and then like they're going to be kind of thinking about these things later in the day. And then tomorrow when you post like the answer, whichever is the lie tomorrow, then they're going to want to go back to your page, and they're going to be like, oh, okay, so that's what, you know, like, so the other ones were true. Like, I can't believe she did this and this. So it's, you know, I love this prompt. I did it a few months ago, and I had a lot of great feedback from it. So, and it's definitely something that is a little more fun than just like saying, you know, like 3 facts about you, because no one, you know, they read that and they honestly may or may not care. They may just be like, okay, well, I don't really care that she did gymnastics for 15 years, but I do care like if it's true or not. So if no one has any questions, or if you have any concerns, please let me know in the comments. I'm really excited about these lives, and you're going to get a recording as well, or you are not, but I'm going to be posting the recording in the Facebook group. So for those of you who had to hop out earlier or later, then y'all can watch this. I'm so glad to see some familiar faces in here. I love like this community, and I really love being able to, you know, talk with people who they're, you know, are kind of in the same boat as me, which is definitely something that I strive for by connecting people together. So today is the introductions, and then tomorrow we're going to be talking about something that's a little more specific, I guess, and that's like hashtags. And I mean, I wouldn't say it's like too fun, but it's definitely, since tomorrow's Halloween, it's going to be a little more fun than like normal hashtags and stuff like that. Hi, Jade. So if y'all don't have any questions or anything of that sort, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. And I really appreciate you stopping by and speaking, or not speaking, but like watching the live video. And I hope that you kind of learned why having these introductions and why being personable and being able to connect with people is really important. Okay, so I will see y'all tomorrow and talk to you later. Bye.